think that's it.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. We're here with our first broadcast of the 2025 season for the Bacon County Red Raiders as they're set to take on the Appleton County Pirates here tonight in our scrimmage game to start the season. This is Sky Keck alongside Heath Carver tonight. And, Heath, there's a lot to talk about tonight. A lot of new excitement, some new faces, new season. Start us off.
As far as the new faces-wise, I reckon just more of a change. Bringing Coach Thad Williams in as head coach, replacing Coach Mark Wilson. We're looking forward to Thad and his excitement that he brings, and his young coaching staff, man, they're really young.
Yeah, we've got a lot of guys out there that's mid-20s. And then, Thad, first-year head coach, he said he's 35, and Scott Brown's bringing up the rear there as the experienced veteran on the staff.
And I think that's an excellent addition to having Coach Brown come in and just kind of be that mentor to this young coaching staff.
Yeah, Coach Brown's been around for a long time. It's like he just can't quit Bacon County.
Oh, no, he's going to be Bacon County through and through here to the end, I reckon.
And we've brought on Coach Fulford from Ware County. We've got Bennett Arney returning, Moses Eason returning, Braden Griffiths returning. Thad obviously is taking over as the head coach. Coach Wilder's taking over as the defensive coordinator. And then you've got Coach O'Brien as the offensive coordinator.
And I said, like you said, I don't know if we're averaging about, 27, 28 years old throughout the coaching staff. It's a very young coaching staff. But, again, they bring a lot of excitement, too.
I think that's been the biggest word used in the offseason from anybody you talk to is just a lot of excitement around the program to see what this team can do this year and what it's going to look like under, a new head coach, new regime.
And we definitely lost a lot of talent last year off the squad we had, but, man, we were returning a lot too.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest talking points of this offseason is the defensive line. The defensive line is just stout all across the board, and the good news for them is as good as they will be this season, most of their guys will return next year as well.
Yeah, right now we're being anchored by senior Thayer Moore, 912 Sports, or preseason region member. But, man, like you said, I think most of the rest of them juniors and sophomores, so you can't ask nothing better than that.
And then flipping over to the offense, everybody always wants to know who's the quarterback. And you graduate Knox last year, who started for 3 seasons. And we bring in Scotland Hennessy, comes back. He hasn't played since 8th grade, but he's been looking good during the summer and leading up to this. And then you've got Amari Riles, who is a fantastic athlete back there.
He's just an athlete he's going to make some plays. He's going to definitely be beneficial back there. And from my understanding, at wide receiver and in the secondary, we saw him as a freshman in secondary last year doing a great job for us. And then, from what Coach talked about on the pregame show the other day, they got a bunch to hand the ball off to.
Yeah, and I think they've got a lot to throw it to as well. I know I've heard all about these wide outs and these tight ends we've got this season, and honestly, I think a lot of the excitement just comes from the offense and people knowing their capability and the talent they have on that side and those athletes. And everybody's just ready to see us kick it off and get this thing started.
Yep, and then, it all starts, though, up front with them big hogs they got there. And we got some guys with some size. I couldn't watch them practice a few weeks ago. And, man, when they line up across there, they stretch the field a little bit, shoulder to shoulder, some big guys. Got 2 seniors up front there, Sam Carver and Rodney Batten. But then you got Nolan Ledbetter that's coming in to play guard, I think Whitman Tyre, and then Mason Johnson. So, again, you got some size across that line, too. And from what Coach is saying, they're getting stronger in that weight room and starting to push people around.
Yeah, you definitely want to see that physicality out there. And a lot of the guys, a lot of the players talking to them, that's one of their biggest talking points is the weight room and how they felt like they've really been pushed in there and how they just feel like they've been getting stronger and they're sore all the time from all the hard work in there.
Well, and then what everybody don't really see, they see it here at the school. But I know this group of guys are getting together and meeting up at Cabe or at Ironville, and they're working out two or three times a day. And like I said, you see them walking around, you can tell they're putting the work in the weight room.
I think this staff overall has really pushed the weight room, and they understand that it's a big deal. And I know Thad, talking in the coaches show that I listened to yesterday, he really emphasized it and the importance of it, and just the whole staff. And those guys, nobody can say that we don't have a good coaching staff.
No,
because those guys, they're young, but they know ball and they can coach it. And then with the leadership and the more experienced guys like Coach Thad and Coach Wilder and Coach Brown, I mean, you really couldn't ask for more out there.
No, and we talked about youth a couple of times and all with this coaching staff. Man, but they can relate to these kids in a way that a lot of people can't. And, if they're putting them in the right direction, and there's no doubt about it, one thing you can say about Thad Williams is he's going to love on these kids. But he's going to be tough on them, too. And if they'll follow that leadership, that mentality, man, I think he can carry them a long ways.
There's plenty of kids on this roster tonight who would not be on the roster if not for, a certain coach. Each coach brings something to the table. Each coach has relationships with certain players, and those guys, they want to play for them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Sam's one of those. He comes in every night talking about how much he appreciates Coach Thad and the things he brings to the table. But like you said, each coach seems like they can get a group of kids to play for them, and, it's like they'll go through a wall for them. And we'll see that as the season goes along. That's what we want to see. That's what makes great coaches is the ones that can coach their players that they'll go through and do anything. Look at Ert Russell with Georgia Southern. That was always his mentality.
I know we want to see these guys play hard. We want to see them finish. And I know Coach Thad, again, emphasized it in the coaches show. He wants them to face some adversity and see how they respond. And we're going to possibly see that tonight because, we've talked about our coaching staff and our new head coach, and Appleton County's rolling a new one in here tonight as well. Yeah,
and you can't take away the pedigree of Tucker Pruitt at all. Great coach. Had done a lot over in Fitzgerald in his time there. Did take over the Appleton County Pirates a little late in the off season, if you would. But he was over at the 912 Sports, and he was speaking. And again, you got to take Coach Pruitt's word with a grain of salt because he's good, like Lou Holtz, about talking about how you don't think his team is the best. But I'll tell you, they're going to be ready to play tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a coach like that, you can never count them out. And whatever they bring with them, you got to believe they're going to be good.
Oh, yeah. We watched them last year over in Fitzgerald, watched his team that he coached over in Fitzgerald. And at one point, I think we counted 6 or 7 quarterbacks running in there. Mm-hmm. So he's always going to have something up his sleeve, and they're going to have a system that, again, these kids, once they learn how to run it, he might be right. They might not know how to exactly run it right yet. But by game 5 or 6 of the season, Appleton County is going to be dangerous for sure.
Got our captains out here at midfield tonight. Your Raiders are represented by number 7, Santiago Bazell, number 25, Theron Moore, and number 20, Travis Cawthorn. 3 seniors out there.
Yeah, great guys, and we talked about different ones, but definitely don't want to miss out on Santiago Bazell. 3-sport athlete, Swiss Army knife. I think he can do it all. I believe if they put him back at quarterback, he could figure that out too. Very smart kid, 4.0 athlete, humble too. So looking for the great things out of him. He had a great game last year in the playoff against Thomasville for us.
Yeah, I know talking to the coaches, they've really highlighted his ability on the offensive side of the ball, and they want to get him the ball, but they also know that teams are going to try to take him away, and that'll just open it up for other guys. And
they will once they figure him out again. When we left Thomasville that night, everybody was talking about number 7. Mm-hmm. They knew him. They knew who he was, and even during the game, they started double teaming him. And he's going to see that a lot this year. But like you said, I've heard nothing but good things about this wide receiving core that we've got. If we can just get it in their hands and let the playmakers make the plays, we should be good to go. Our Red Raiders take the field tonight. We're in red tops with white bottoms, red helmets. And I've seen the logos that's going to go on there. They throwing it back a little bit to the old school Red Raider cursive white writing. And in a few weeks we're going to do a dad and decals event with our kids and alumni, and invite them in to come in, and we're going to put the decals on the helmets with the boys and just make it a special night.
I know, just looking out there, we look pretty good in those pads tonight, Heath.
Oh, yeah, like I said, man, them boys are starting to fill out for sure, and make them pads look good. We got some nice size. Again, having number 77 on the sideline, Mason Johnson looks good and stretched across there. All these guys are growing up. You're getting to watch them grow up and see how they matured over the time and see how they have, bounced back, because nobody's going to lie. We faced a lot of adversity last year. Took over to Thomasville a core of kids, man, that showed a lot of heart. And the good thing about it is we got a lot of them back, too.
And those are guys that you can win with.
That's right.
And you sit here and you bring those guys back. You're excited about what they bring to the table.
Yep.
Looks like Appleton County is going to receive the opening kickoff here.
Number 3, Isaiah Thomas is going to kick off for us. I was wondering if it was going to be a live for scrimmage. I ain't never seen nobody do a live kickoff for scrimmage.
Talking about Isaiah real quick. He's a senior this year.
He is.
And just a special teams weapon. We seen him last year, just the opportunities that we had that other teams didn't, with positions that we could kick from, and just his accuracy.
Man, he's come a long way in the 3 years he's been kicking. And, again, we're going to use him a lot this year for a weapon. I feel like he's going to give us something that a lot of people in single way don't have, and that's a low line drive kick, and it's going to go through the end zone. And if that's regular season, man, that's a great kick right there.
Yeah, just the ability to do that right there on kickoffs, because a lot of these teams, they got kickers who they can't get it to the end zone.
We've seen it many times where they pooch kick it all night long, which can be dangerous too.
Mm-hmm.
But our Red Raider defense comes out, and Coach Wilder said we're going to be in a 4-man front most of the time. Looks like we're going to start out with Theron Moore, Mason Johnson. Number 14 is Nolan Powell. And number 11 is Cameron Merritt. Appleton comes out and under center, toss to the outside, and he's got room, and they got blockers. He makes one guy miss, and he's finally brought down by number 12 and by number 23, not after about a 20-yard gain.
A big first play there for Appleton.
That's a different look from Appleton going under center. They've been a shotgun team for a while now. But that's a Coach Pruitt offense for sure. They come out now, 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 wide receiver up top. Hand it off tackle, number 21. He breaks 1 tackle and brought down by number 12, Amari Rouse, but picks up another first down.
Yeah, 2 big plays so far for Appleton on the ground. Our defense is just shaking out some jitters right now.
And it takes some time to figure it out. And our big guys are going to have to get off that block and make a play. We've got 3 linebackers in the backfield. Hand it back down towards here. Mike Dixon in on the play with number 21. Instant Music. Trying to run a little off-end play. Pick up about 4 yards on that play. Going to bring up 2nd and 6. But they are in Bacon County territory here, driving early in the first quarter.
They've got some good size on their offensive line, talking about Appleton there.
Oh, yeah, they're producing big guys over there. And that winning mentality they got over there. And right up off middle, he breaks 3 or 4 tackles. Number 4 does. And they finally bring him down. A nice hard run by number 4. But there's a flag on the play, and I think it's going to be holding. They're going to bring that back.
We've done a good job there of getting some penetration into the backfield, but we just couldn't wrap up the ball carrier and bring him down there.
Yeah, he definitely was one that was just driving his feet constantly.
Got the officials here trying to sort out what the flag is. They're going to back Appleton County up.
Yeah, it looks like they were holding on to Mike Dixon pretty hard there. Gonna bring up second down. And about 6. Bring it back to the original line of scrimmage. Appleton County comes out now in shotgun. Brought in a new quarterback, number 15. Trip to the top, twins down to the bottom. Little swing pass out to number 3 or number 2. He's got a block and finally pushed out of bounds by number 12, Amari Riles.
Appleton had that block tremendously out there on the perimeter. And talk about Amari Riles earlier. He's been a name we've called quite often already in this ball game.
He's had to make some saving plays for us for sure there. And if it wasn't for him playing back there at that free safety position, they'd have scored early here. Appleton goes back under center. One running back in the backfield, wing T offense. Handed it off underneath to number 3. He bounces it to the outside. And going to be drugged down again by number 12, Amari Riles. Stops at about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, so far Appleton's just showing a physical run game. They've had good blocking up front. Their ball carriers are physical and have broke a few tackles.
Yep. There ain't nothing flashy about it. It's old school ground and pound football, and our guys have got to man up here and make a stop. Appleton comes out. Shotgun. Number 4 back at quarterback. And he's just going to take it right up the middle. Go in for the score. So with 9 minutes and 4 seconds, Appleton scores here in the first quarter. Take a 6-point lead. Going to go for the point after try here.
Yeah, it's only one possession, but so far that looked like a Tucker Pruitt coach team, I'd say.
It's 100% Tucker Pruitt coach team, and I would dare to say that for Appleton County, their kicker is probably one of the best in the state. He's gonna make some noise for them also, number 22.
So the point after is good. Appleton County will cling here to a 7-0 lead with 9 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the first quarter, and we'll take our first break of the afternoon. All right, we're back. Bacon County is set to receive this kickoff here.
Number 22 kicks a high kick about the 10-yard line, and San Diego Bazel's going to get it, and they're going to blow it dead tonight. And our offense is going to take the field. This new look under Coach Thad Williams. He didn't give a whole lot of detail the other day other than he's going to get it in the hands of his playmakers. So we're going to see what our offense looks like. It looks like he's going to spread it out a little bit this year. Got tripped down up to the top, one wide receiver down to the bottom, running back in the backfield. Scotland Hennessy back at quarterback. Change the play. Hands it off to number 6. And, man, he's ate up in the backfield. Roderick Adams, freshman, handoff, tried to get off tackle, and man open for Appling County, just blew in there and just leveled him, dropped him for about a 5-yard loss. Going to bring up a long second down for our Red Raiders. We got twins up to the top, twins down to the bottom. Now we run Keandre Dixon in the backfield, man in motion, try to swing past it to number 25 and just off target there, or 26, McClarity. Going to bring up a long third down for our Red Raiders. Down about our 15-yard line.
Yeah, 3rd and 15 here, and these are those situations that you want to stay out of if you're the offense.
You definitely don't want to be in that situation at all. Drops back to pass. He's got number 7, right through his hands, a little high. He had to jump for it. Scotland trying to find his rhythm. Like you said, it's been a minute since he's been playing. But, again, they're thinking highly of Scotland, and, again, he's an athlete that can do the job. There's no doubt about it. Just give him time to develop.
Looked like a good concept there on that play. We got Coach Seth O'Brien coordinating the offense this year and just talking to people about him and some people that know him in other places. Things I've heard is he works hard and he knows his football.
Again, for me, everybody's going to use that crutch of the youth of this coaching staff, but, man, I think they bring a lot of talent to what we're doing, and I'm excited for it to see where they're at. Again, just got to get our offense rolling. We're trying to learn a new system, too. So we had a man not ready to be out there, so we had to call a timeout. You definitely won't get all that out of us in the scrimmage. That's what the scrimmage is for, to figure these things out. And our Red Raiders take a timeout with 8 minutes, 20 seconds left.
Yeah, we'll talk real quick. It was kind of expected, but, hey, there's a pretty good crowd that's turned out, hit or not. I mean, you knew Appling was going to bring a bunch of people over, and their stands are near about packed, which that's just Appling County, and then also the excitement to watch a new head coach on their side. And then for us, it's the same way. We've got a lot of fans here, a lot walking down on the concourse.
And, man, it's football in South Georgia. It's that time of the year. I know it's still 100-plus degrees, but it's still football season. And, man, it's just something special that's in the air every time we see that.
And I'd be willing to bet that there's plenty of people here from surrounding counties and South Georgia because there's not very many games going on this week in the area.
No. Well, I can tell you, I've done spotted Ware County over here because they got Appling in a few weeks going over to their place. So they definitely over here scouting. And, again, like you said, it's just football. We're ready for football season and get this thing fired up and see what our coaching staffs can do. They're doing something on the field. The umpiring crew looks like they're on the phone with somebody. Called a friend, phone a friend.
Yeah, while they sort this out, we'll just take a short break. All right, and we're back. Bacon County's set to punt the ball off to Appling here.
Yeah, I think they figured out what was going on. It's preseason for everybody.
That's right.
We all trying to figure it out. Oh, high snap. Nice kick by Isaiah. Going to drop it down Appling's 45, and that's where Appling will start at with their second possession here. And see if Coach Wilder and staff, defensive staff, figure something out here that we can work with as far as trying to make a stop here on these big running backs they got.
What a great punt there from Isaiah, though. I mean, I think he kicked that from nearly the goal line or the 5-yard line. So that was about a 50-yard, punt in the air there.
Yep. Appling comes out with a bunch set with one wide receiver to the bottom, 2 running backs in the backfield. Fake the handoff, and quarterback's going to try to get rid of it. He does, and he drops it. Number 20 had pressure, but number 5, man, was coming. Jalen Marion giving a lot of pressure there to the quarterback for Appling County. And I said Travis Cawthorn had the wide receiver covered in space here, and he wasn't going nowhere if he did catch it. Appling County comes back out. 1 wide receiver to the top, 2 running backs in the backfield. 1 running back just right off the tackle's tail. Another pitch. Whistle blown dead. That ain't our lightning thing going off over there, is it?
Yep, and that's the call. That's the part, Heath, about this South Georgia summer is these lightning strikes and afternoon storms, they just pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I knew there was something, north of Appling, north of Jeff Davis, that was going to possibly give this to us.
Yeah, so that's a 30-minute delay.
Yep. And again, Sky, we had 1 possession each. Appling, and again, it's Tucker Pruitt football. It's that old school ground and pound, and he runs it very effectively, knows how to coach it very effectively, and our Red Raiders are going to have to figure out an answer to it.
That's right. Appling, they made it look easy there on that first drive.
They did. And then on our side of the ball, our offense we've got to figure out how to get clicking here. Same as Appling, we're both learning this system, but we've got to figure out how to get started. And that was something we had an issue with last year, I think, too, starting the game quickly. If we could get out here, and we had a few games where we just punched them in the nose first play out. I remember a couple was over in Troutland, a big run by Keandrick, first play, sets the tone. And when we can do that, we seem to play better.
Yeah, you want to be able to hit the gas and stay on the gas.
That's right.
And you don't want to be in reverse and in neutral out there. But as these fans seek shelter and we sit here through this delay, we'll take a break ourselves and we'll come back home and they get ready to resume the action out there. All right, Raider Nation and all of our listeners or viewers out there, we're finally back after about an hour's worth of a delay, and we've been up here talking and passing the time. And Heath, like we were talking about, it just seems like this always happens to us every season at some point.
That's just South Georgia weather in the first couple of weeks of August. We were talking about it. You know, Brent made the statement about not that's the reason we don't play football this early in August. It seems like it happens every year this way. Unfortunately, we didn't get any rain. It was just lightning close around, I reckon.
So with 8 minutes and 11 seconds here to go in the first quarter, we'll resume this ball game.
Oh, they tried to fake it, but our middle of our defense stuck with that, brought down the quarterback. He gained about 3 yards on the play. But great read by our defense not to get fooled by that sweep trying to go to the top side of the field for us.
We had that sweep covered as well. Carter Chancey, I believe, was back there all over it.
And, man, when you start talking about the youth on the defense, that linebacker core is made up by mainly sophomores or juniors.
And they can play.
They definitely can fly to the ball. They got speed. It does look like it's being anchored by number 20, Travis Cawthorn. Amari Riles is out. Colin drop back for a pass. Oh, fumble. Theramore come in and knocked it away. Picked up the fumble for our Red Raiders, man. That's a great way to start it off here. Talked about it as we went to break with the lightning storms. If we seem like we can make something happen quick, it just shifts the momentum for us, and it seems like we can do something. Great field position for our Red Raiders, and we'll see how we can click on the offensive side of the ball. We come out with twins to the top, twins to the bottom. One running back in the backfield with our quarterback, Scotland Hennessy. Our big hogs are getting set. Keandre Dixon's in the backfield. Man in motion. He fakes throws to number 7. He makes one guy miss, and he's fighting for every yard he can, and they bring him out of bounds. I think our coach helped us with that flag there.
Yeah, I didn't see the flag at first. It got dropped right there on the sideline.
Coach Thad Williams sure was making a case for it there. He saw something that we probably didn't see, which is going to be good for us. We are connecting, but we ain't getting much yardage out of these pass plays here. See what they're going to mark off here. Looks like a personal foul against Appleton County.
It's a great start for us coming out of that delay here. You definitely want to see us cash in on this one.
Yeah, we definitely got momentum. We're going deep into Appleton County's territory. Our line gets set, looking back. We got 5 men across the front. Trips up to the top side, one wide receiver to the bottom, Santiago Bazell. Scotland Hennessy's our quarterback. Scotland gets to play. He looks. He's trying to make a play. He pulls it. Oh, he dumps it. Oh, nice little catch there. It wasn't who he was throwing it to, but it worked. Coach Williams says that's the way they draw it up on the playbook right here.
Yeah, just a nice job there, extending the play by Scotland, getting out of the pocket, and it's a completed pass, so we'll take it.
Great protection by our O-line to give him some time. He did have to scramble a little bit, but he had time to throw and look down the field. Quick screen to number 7. Oh, he's going to walk in to score right here.
Easy.
Touchdown. Oh, there we got a flag down on the play. I think they're going to get number 17 for holding right here. And that's what the signal is holding. Said our wide receiver getting outside on the shoulders there. Great play, though. I like the thinking of it. It's going to back us up 10 yards. Shows our guys, though, that we can do something here.
Yeah, that's going to probably be a play that we'll come back to throughout the season, and we'll probably see some more success on it.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to see that play again. We come out with twins to the top, twins down to the bottom, one wide running back in the backfield. Scotland Hennessy hands it off to number 4. He makes one guy miss. He cuts it upfield, and they knock him out of bounds. Nice little pickup of about 7 yards on the play. Going to bring up second down and about 12 for our Red Raiders. Great job by Keandrick Dixon to find the hole, put his foot down, and head north and south on that play. We run trips to the bottom, one wide receiver down to the trip to the top. Sorry. Oh, he's got to let go of that ball.
Yeah, that was a big hit right there, and you don't want to see your quarterback taking many of those.
No, you don't. Scotland Hennessy, the inexperience showed up on that play. Ate it when he should have got rid of it.
And, you know, that's going to be a positive of playing 2 scrimmage games is getting him as many reps as possible.
Absolutely. And, again, if a kid can do it, I'm sure Scotland's going to be able to. Trips to the top side, one wide receiver to the bottom. Looking to throw. Nice deep bomb. Santiago Bazell goes up and catches it on about the 7-yard line. Great job by Santiago.
I mean, are you surprised, Heath?
Not a bit, man. 3-star athlete. That's what he does on the basketball court every night, going there getting the rebounds.
Yep, that was just a box out and go up and high point it right there.
Right. Our Red Raiders are driving here.
Trying to get a timeout.
I think Santiago was supposed to come off the field because he lost his helmet. But, man, this is a nice little drive we're putting together here. Applin's helping us out, but I think Coach Williams is seeing something here, and we're starting to go to, like he said, our playmakers. We're putting the ball in his hands.
Well, before the ball was snapped there, you look down here to the near side, and you've got Santiago out there, and you got one DB on that side of the field. So you like that matchup and that one-on-one shot, and, you know, you just let your guy go be better than their guy.
And our O-line's doing a pretty good job of giving Scotland a little bit of time. I know he got that big hit, but dude come from the linebacker position screaming right there after the play had started forming a little bit. But it seems like we're starting to click here. We're down on about the 6-yard line of Appling County's. Twins down to the bottom, twins to the top. Keandrick Dixon. High snap. Keandrick is going to try to get the edge. And they're going to bring him down about the 1-yard line, but I think we got another holding call here. Yep, that's what they're going to call. They're going to back us up another 10 yards. We can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot right here.
Yeah, you hate to see it. You've got a lot of positive momentum, and then you hurt yourself here a couple times.
And it's simply our wide receivers are getting outside the shoulders, trying to make that block. He's got to get them hands inside. And once he learns to do that, man, and that kind of blocking, they're going to carry us a long way right here. Bacon County comes out with twins to the top side, twins to the bottom. Shotgun. Santiago goes in motion, and we're going to hand it off to him. Little shuttle pass. He's going to try to get the edge. And one guy brings him down there, a gain of about 1 yard. Going to bring up second down and goal for our Red Raiders. But we've got about 18 yards to go before we get to that goal.
4 minutes, 48 seconds still here in the first quarter.
We run trips to the top side, a little bunch set. Single wide receiver to the bottom. He is by himself. Oh, we got an offside penalty. Our tackle got a little bit too antsy on that one.
Yeah, Appling had a guy walk up, and our tackle flinched there and moved back on the play.
It's going to bring up long second and goal all the way back to about the 22-yard line. Again, we're behind the sticks. That's not where we want to be at. We play better when we're moving forward with that momentum. Scotland drops back, looks, throws underneath. Got his wide receiver.
That's Isaiah Thomas there.
Isaiah Thomas picks up about 3 yards. Going to bring up third down and goal on the. They're marking it on the 19. Again, nice coverage, block coverage on it from our line there, giving Scotland plenty of time to check down to Isaiah. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. We got Santiago on the inside of it. And we're going to hit it again. Touchdown, Santiago Bazell. No flags this time.
Just
Great job.
A good concept there, getting Sandy there in the slot. Sat him down right there about the 2-yard line in between the covers, and accurate pass by the quarterback.
Great job by Scotland Hennessy. Maybe shake some of the cobwebs out of him there. First high school score, first high school touchdown pass. I'm very proud of that young man. You see him all the time on the baseball field. You know what kind of athlete he is. You just like to see him have success. So,
and I think that might be a prelude to this season because you might see Sandy score a lot.
Isaiah kicks it. It goes through. Trying to see who the long snapper was. But great job by our offense, man. Even facing some adversity with those flags. We really scored 3 times right here.
Right.
And got a call back because of holding calls. And, again, that's the great thing about scrimmage games. We can get those out of the way and move through the season. And I know, again, I think our culprit sometimes, or on a couple of those, were Scooter Johnson. But, man, he was blocking the mess out there. When he can learn to get his hands inside and he's blocking like that, he's going to open up a lot of holes for Santiago.
That's just a great way to bounce back from a first drive that we had where it didn't look very good, and then we go through that long delay and come out and we look like a well-oiled machine other than those penalties out there.
That's right. Again, it's a confident booster for our guys. You can practice all summer against each other, but when you put them on and get the Friday night lights on and the shine of the stadium, it's a different feel down there. And for our guys, again, I'm happy to see it. I'm glad we done a nice drive right here. Isaiah's teed it up to kick it again. Nice driving kick that comes down. They catch it about the 2-yard line. Sky, I don't know about you, but I'll take that all season long.
You love to see it. Again, we've talked about Isaiah just being a weapon out there on special teams, and he can consistently drive the ball there into the end zone or near the end zone. Should back some teams up this year, and
Yep.
Field position matters.
Oh, absolutely it does. I've never been a big fan of kicking it to your best athlete on the field. That always scares me. But if you're kicking it through the end zone, it don't matter where he's standing at. Appling comes out in that power run set. Toss sweep outside. Running back cuts up. Nice job by a few of our Red Raider linebackers to make that tackle. Again, the first play of the game, they ran that. And he busted up a big run on us there and was saved by Amari Rouse, but there our guys seem to be reading it a little bit better. Another thing with Applin's change is they going into a more huddled, slow to pace down speed, and let the offense control the game a little bit. They come back under center, one running back in the backfield. Man in motion, handed off to him, going up top. Number 2, he follows his blockers. Cuts it back, and we finally drag him down after he makes a first down. Carter Chancey in on the tackle there. One of our guys lost his helmet. And, Scott, that seems to be a thing here in the last few years. I don't know if the guys ain't buckling their chin strap tight enough or what it is.
It's more and more common.
And it's not just a high school game. It's college and pros. For me, I'd like to see them buckle that chin strap tighter. Appling comes back out with 2 running backs. Hands it off down here to the bottom side. Number 2 makes one guy miss, and he's met pretty hard there by our defense. Looks like number 22 made the tackle.
That's Caden Barnes.
Caden Barnes for Bacon County.
Yeah, so far Applin's shown the ability to push guys around and get some traction in that run game.
Sky, y'all wanted to do something about this. I can't see.
The font size?
I'm showing my age. I'm having to hold it way out and squint and everything else. Appling comes out with 1 wide receiver up to the top. 2nd down and 1. Wing T formation.
Got a flag.
And they got a flag. I think they had they got us for encroachment.
Yeah, I seen Coach Wilder down there signaling to somebody there, maybe on the D line, trying to get them to back up.
We can't give it to them, though.
Yep, that'll give Appleton a first down. Still 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Tie ball game 7-7.
Appleton comes out with 2 running backs in the backfield, quarterback under center, 1 wide receiver to the top side. Fake the handoff, looking for the wide receiver. Going to catch him in the slant. Completed pass for about 15 yards.
Tackle the play by Jamon Ellis. Bring up Myra. First down.
Jamon Ellis in there on the tackle.
Jamon's a junior that it's exciting to see him out there. He's a kid. He's a great athlete.
We were really introduced to him at the Thomasville game last year. Showed a lot of speed and quickness and looking for great things out of him also. Appleton comes in with a very tight bunch set. Direct snap to the running back. He follows his blockers, number 21. And our defense pulls him down. Looks like number 11 in on the tackle. But he picks up about 4 yards, 5 yards on the play. Great run, hard run by that running back. Looks like it. That play looks like it's familiar from the blue and silver from across the way there. They just put them a big blocking back up front, direct snap it to their running back, and they're going to do it again up to the top side. And now we got offsides. So that's going to back them up here. And you can say what you want to about that play. Run it till they stop it. Pierce County won a whole state championship running just that play.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right. Appleton County comes back to the line. 2nd down and 10. They are on our 35-yard line. They overstacking the side. Number 2 tries to make a cut, and we cut it off. Number 1 does a great job of coming off his block and making that tackle right there. And that's the end of the first quarter. Our Red Raiders are tied 7-7 here in Bacon County. Scott, that was a long first quarter.
Yeah,
as far as time-wise.
I was just looking. That took about an hour and 40 minutes there to complete the first quarter. But, Heath, it's football. We'll be here as long as it takes.
That's right. And our guys, again, I like the way they come out and they answered the call, answered the bell there as they come out of break. They're having just a great recovery there coming out of the break. And here our defense, we seem to be putting some things together to kind of stall them a little bit. Appleton's still doing a good job with their offense running it. Our guys have just got to figure out how to come off them blocks and make the tackles. And, man, it's just nice to hear the bands playing, the cheerleaders cheering. Again, this ain't no better time of the year for me. I love football season.
You know, we always talk about having to go back to school and things like that, but the positive, the silver lining you always find is football season.
And especially around our house, it's a delicate year for us. That senior year, man, is definitely something that is on our mind for sure. They throw it back across the field to number 21. Shades of the old butt tackle right there.
Yeah, you got Florida down there playing tonight.
That's right. 21 was trying to make a cut, and the big lineman who was out there lead blocking for him got in his way a little bit. Not in that, but we had a guy zoning in on him too.
Yeah, that was Jamon Ellis.
Yeah.
He actually done a good job there of getting off some blocks and putting himself in position to make a play.
So that brings up 4th and 1 for Appleton County. it'd be big for our defense to make a stop right here. If I'm a betting man, and I'm not, but I'm thinking they're going to run that just a direct snap to the running back, get this 1 yard. So our line needs to step up big right here. And he tries to go up the middle, and he does. Breaks a tackle, and he's going to walk into the end zone. We walked everybody up into the box. We knew what they were running, and he just beat what we had out there. Great job by that young man from Appleton County to find that hole. And he's got enough speed when he finds a hole in green grass, he's going to be hard to catch.
Yep, it's all about execution. And when you got guys out there with the size that Appleton does, when they put a helmet on a helmet, and, their backs are big, they can make it happen.
That's right.
That extra point is up and good. So with 10 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the second quarter, Appleton County has a 14-7 lead, and we'll take a small break and be right back. All right, we're back here as the Red Raiders are about to receive this kick.
High kick, going to come down about the 6-yard line, and our Red Raiders are going to take over at the 20-yard line. And like you said, I want to see what our Red Raiders do on offense, having the whole field to have to go across here. And we've got the ability to make some big plays. But for us, I'd like to see us put another nice drive together. Keep Appleton's offense off the field a little bit. We come out with twins to the top and twins to the bottom, one running back in the backfield. Fake the handoff, throw it to number 3. And he's trying to make a guy miss. He picks up a couple of yards on the play, about 3 yards.
Plays like that aren't sexy, so to speak, but you get positive yards, it keeps you ahead of the sticks there a little bit, sets you up here, second and manageable.
That's right. We run trips to the bottom, one wide receiver to the top, and, man, he is by himself, one-on-one on an island. We're going to drop it off to number 3 again. And they knock him out of bounds, and he picks up another about 5 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 1 for our Red Raiders. Starting to see a combo on this side a little bit. It looks nice, too. It's nice to have one combo. To have two is even better.
Well, we've got some really good athletes out there all the way around.
Yep.
So as a defense, you pretty much got to pick your poison because we've got guys that can beat you all over the field.
Oh, yeah. Good job by our O-line. Caught them off, or they ain't catching nobody off guard. You should know what's coming.
Right.
We're in the preseason, and you hope Appleton County hopes they don't have to do that during the season. But great call by our coaching staff to get a 5 free yards there. Snapped out. Great job. Great catch by Noah Cawthorn.
It's a sophomore out there.
Sophomore. Great job by Noah Cawthorn. And if he'd have danced on the sideline a little bit further, I think he could have gone a good distance on that. Handed off to number 4. He's trying to get it outside, and, man, number 21 ain't giving him no room to run at that middle linebacker spot. He is flying to the ball.
Yeah, he had that play read all the way. But I like what we've done there, playing quick, getting up on the ball fast.
Getting the play in. Trips down to the bottom, one wide receiver to the top. They're starting to shade two over there to him. Scotland rolls to the bottom side. Throws it high to number 3. He cuts it inside. Makes one guy miss. Finally brought down after a big gain of about 20 yards from our Red Raiders. Great job by Isaiah Thomas right there. Scotland Hennessy starting to find his groove a little bit here. And hats off to the O-line, man. They're giving Scotland time to throw. We run twins to the top, twins to the bottom.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from our offense. We've got some good concepts out there. Guys are open. Quarterback's hitting them right now, and as you can see, we're just marching it down the field at this moment.
Well, that's what we said we want to see. We want to see a good drive put together against a very good defense.
Yeah.
Coach Williams, he challenged these guys. Bringing Appling in, that ain't no joke. That ain't a cupcake game. We're going to see what we're made of right there. Bacon County comes out with twins to the bottom side, twins to the top, one running back in the backfield. Hands it off to Keondrick, right off tackle. Got a lead blocker. He's got one guy to make miss. And, man, he just lowers his head, tries to run slap over him, picks up about 20 yards on the play. Great job by that young man who is just a sophomore also.
Heath, you've been saying it. We're throwing the ball a lot, and we can run it when we need to, and that's an example of it right there.
That's right. It definitely spreads the field when you can throw it, and that opens up the run. And I think we got a stable of deadly running backs back in the backfield. And again, to me, I'm an old hog guy. I like them front hogs up there, and to see 52 senior Rodney batting out front, pull block, lead blocking for Keondrick, man, just open up that hole for him.
Well, your offensive linemen, they usually don't get recognized as much as they probably should, and they get overlooked by the skilled players, but without them, none of it would be possible.
And told Sam years ago when he started playing line, I said, you're easily forgot, but when the mistake happens, you're the first one they holler at. So we come out with twins to the top, twins to the bottom, one running back in the backfield. Scotland Hennessy still at quarterback. Gets the snap, fake the handoff, little swing pass. Santiago makes one guy miss. And, man, he tries to outrun them, and they just drag him down. Picks up about 8 yards on the play. Great job, great pass by Scotland, and even better run by Santiago down there when he cuts to that inside, and that wide receiver's helping that block on that outside. Man, it's going to be deadly this year, I think.
Yeah, right now our quick game looks pretty good.
Yep, we're running very fast. Scotland's doing a great job of getting outside when he needs to. Nice job. Just throw that ball away. I'll live with that all day long.
Yep, live to play another down right there.
It's going to bring up second and about 2 for our Red Raiders, 3rd and 2. Our chain man ain't flipping it fast enough over there. Our Red Raiders come out with twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Keondrick Dixon in the backfield. Ooh, little high snap. Keondrick finds a hole, though. And he drives forward. He's going to pick up a first down for our Red Raiders.
It'll be 1st and goal.
Great job by Scotland there to pull high snap down and put it in the gut of Keondrick and to get what he could get out of that. Brings up a first down for our Red Raiders deep into Appling's territory.
Well, it may not be 1st and goal. I think you might can get a first down on about the 1-inch line out there.
Right. That's what it looks like. Oh, bobbles a snap. Scotland picks it up and is going to run with it. Going to get it back to the original line of scrimmage before he slides down. Smart move by Scotland. You don't want your quarterback taking big hits.
Yeah, he might have learned his lesson after earlier in the game.
That's right. Well, we said he was a smart kid. He don't have to get hit too many times. We run trips down to the bottom side, one wide receiver up top. Scotland comes down to the bottom side. He tosses it up.
That's Noah Cawthorn.
Noah Cawthorn, touchdown. Scotland Hennessy to Noah Cawthorn. Great job, man. And he was in coverage. There was 3 guys around Noah to come down with that.
Yeah, that was a good, strong catch there by Noah.
Oh, yeah, they wasn't snatching it out of his hands or nothing else. Great job. And, man, our coaches are ecstatic with our guys.
Yeah, how about this offense?
Man, hey, I'll take it all day. I'm loving it. We setting up for the PAT. Old Sam down there doing the PAT snapping. He ain't said that at home.
He didn't want you to know all the secrets.
That's right. He ain't even sharing the secrets at the house. Good job by our O-line, our offensive running backs, wide receivers. I know Miss Kelly is in them stands right now, about to lose her voice.
Well, I'll tell this story about Noah. It was early in the summer, and this was maybe the second or third week that Coach Fulford had got here. And one day, him and Noah stayed after practice so Noah could work on his routes. And, you know, he's a kid that he ain't afraid to work, and the results show on Friday nights.
Oh, Sam come home talking about different things, and Noah's one that's been mentioned of putting the work in. He's moving more from the a lineman position over to this wide receiver position that he's working on. Tight end, I think, is where they're going to kind of label him as. But, man, Sam says he's putting the work in. All these guys are.
Yeah.
That's been the one thing that you talk to Coach Thad and Coach Wilder and Coach Eason. That's the one thing they say. These guys come to work.
And Noah's a good-sized kid out there, too. He's just a sophomore. He's got a bright future, along with so many of these guys out here.
Isaiah's teed it up to kick it off. Oh, nice little squib kick. Shows something a little different. Reminds me of that saying in Happy Gilmore, Happy's learned the short game. So our defense is going to come on the field, and we've seemed to have improved on the defensive side every series. Let's see if we can't make a stop right here and don't let them go down and score. Again, we'd be seeing improvement every time, and for me, that's what I want to see is improvement.
Yep, 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Appleton comes with a more spread-type offense now. Quarterback and shotgun, empty backfield. They're going to test our DBs a little bit. Throw a little swing pass just like we like. And he's going to go to a knee. Pick up about 2 yards, or about a yard, so bring up second down and 9 for Appleton County. And people can criticize that dink and dunk pass game all you want to, but it works. There's a reason for it.
And eventually you're going to bring the DBs down and hit them over the top.
That's right. There's an art to this game and that most people don't understand, but when it's all working together, your run game and pass game, to me, you just can't beat it. Appleton comes back with 2 running backs in the backfield, under center. Handed off tackle up top. Running back hits the hole hard, man. They run hard. That little number 21, he's going to have a bright future this year, I think, for Appleton County. We've called his name quite a bit. In that run game, he ain't the biggest guy on the field, but he's hitting that hole full speed, and it's going to take 2 to 3 of you to bring him down. Clock's ticked down to 6 minutes here in the first half. Game's tied 14-14. Our Red Raider defense is trying to figure out how to get a stop here. Hand it off up right up the middle to their little fullback. And we bring him down.
Yeah, that's Henson music there on the stop.
Another sophomore. I don't know what game Reed's watching.
Yeah. He's new at this.
He's new at this.
We got 5 minutes, 10 seconds With the clock running here in the second quarter in a tie ball game, 14-14.
Appling comes out with trips to the top side, a running back in the backfield, quarterback in shotgun snap.
Theron Moore makes a play.
A fumble. Yes, sir. And recovered by Nolan Powell. I'm sorry, number 11, Cameron Merritt. But Theron Moore, man, stripped that ball as he went to throw it.
What a play. That's
Great play. Put our offense back on the field. See if we can't answer here before halftime. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, let's go ahead and cash in on this and really shell shock Appling County here, because they're not expecting to come over here and see Bacon County go up on them.
It's one of those games, man. Y'all seen the last 3 years that we've been scrimmaging them. It's a fight. High snap handed off to Keandrick. He's trying to find a hole. Ball does come out, but it goes out of bounds. Pick up about 5 yards. Great job by Scotland to get that high snap. We got to get Sam's butt down. He's getting it up in the air, getting high snaps. Man in motion, bringing down trips. Fake the handoff, little swing pass to number 26. He's got one guy missed, and they drag him down. Great pickup by that young man.
That is Zamarion McClarity. He goes by Zai.
Okay. Going to bring up third and inches. There we go. First down.
Yep. Moving the sticks.
So first down for our Red Raiders. We got trips to the bottom side. Santiago Bazell right by his lonesome up top.
They're going to throw it to him. He goes up.
Touchdown! Yes, sir. Santiago Bazell went up in the air and brought it back down. Shades of his family member, Jarrell, years past, man. Jarrell was great at that. Great job by Santiago to do that. Great throw by Scotland Hennessy. Nobody else was getting that ball.
Just let your athlete go up and make a play there. And, they call that a 50-50 ball, but with Santiago, the odds are a little better than 50-50.
I hear you. Great job by our offense on that series. Great job. Started out by our defense, man. We can't say enough about our defense stepping up. We asked about a stop there, and we got it for sure. Snaps good, holds good, kicks good. 3 minutes and 52 seconds left in this first half. Our Red Raiders take the 21-14 lead against Appling County.
And, all that hype and excitement that this crowd, this community came in here with, they're getting exactly what they came to see here so far.
Amen. They are done excellent. You can't ask for nothing no better. We're clicking on all cylinders right now. We still got a lot of game left to play. But our guys come out tonight to show the community, man, we're here this year. We're going to make a name. We're going to make some noise, and you're going to hear us.
Yeah, that first offensive drive, we went backwards, but that's 3 straight scoring drives since then, Heath. And, it almost doesn't seem like a scrimmage right now when you're rolling like that.
Again, like I said, I know we got a lot of game left to go. But our Red Raiders are come to play tonight. If you ain't here, you missing it. That's all I can tell you. You better get your ticket for next week.
But, Heath, I'll say this. I'm not surprised at what I'm seeing.
I don't know. I've grown up with these kids, man. I posted on Facebook a picture I got to take with the 4 seniors. I can't tell you the miles we drove around South Georgia playing this game. So I know these young men, and I know what they're capable of. And I'm glad to see that they're finally starting to believe what they're capable of. Isaiah, nice deep kick again about the 5-yard lines. That one had a little bit more air under it. He's starting to show all his weapons right here on his kickoffs. And knowing Coach Wilder, we might see an onside kick here shortly. But talk about that last drive a little bit. They gave us the short field, and we just answered.
Right.
We answered the call. Our defense gave us the ball. And we answered, and that's all you can ask for. And when you start recovering more fumbles than you're giving up, that's usually the deterring factor of the game. Appling comes in wing T, hands it off number 2 up to the top side. He's got the edge, got the blockers.
Flag comes in
late. Might be face mask as we were going down. I didn't really see a late hit in there. We'll see what they call here. Yeah, it's going to be against us. Face mask, yep. Yeah, as we were going down, we grabbed that face mask. They giving us just a 5-yard type, so not a killer for sure. Appling County comes out. Under center, 2 running backs now in the backfield. 1 wide receiver to the top. Double tight ends. Hands it off to number 21 again. He makes one guy miss, and then he's met by Amari Riles, and Amari just stood him up.
Yeah, that's a name that's been called a lot so far tonight, and you'll hear it a lot more throughout the season.
And again, sophomore. Put that behind the name also, sophomore. Means he's got a lot more football to play for the Red Raiders. Comes up with a 2nd down and 5 for Appling County. 2 running backs in the backfield. Oh, we jump off sides. Our D lineman's getting a little bit too antsy right there. I know they're all hyped up, but calm down and let's play our game like we're supposed to. Don't hurt ourselves. Gives the Appling County Pirates a 1st down on about their 47-yard line. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. Appling County's got the ball and trying to put a drive together. Toss it outside. And he's going to pick up about 7 yards on the play. Great run by their running back. Caden Barnes in on the stop. Going to bring up 2nd and about, what you think, 4?
Looks that way. Maybe 3.
Yeah. White Hats calling for a moment to stop.
We're going to have a
We got a timeout here for our Red Raiders with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the half. Our Red Raiders are up 21-14.
We'll take a break and be right back. All right, we're back.
Our Red Raiders are looking at a 2nd and about 4 for Appling, our defense. Man in motion. Hand it off underneath. Nice little trap play. Number 3 makes a guy miss. And we finally trip him up. Great job. But I think there's going to be a hold on the play right there. Man, that little trap play was pretty.
Yeah, well executed there.
think Appleton's going to give us that back, and we sure do appreciate it.
Holding on the Pirates.
I think it's still going to give them a first down, though.
You know, Appleton might be a little shocked right now at what's going on in this ball game. You know, they come out first drive, looked unstoppable there, and it's been a whole different ball game since.
It has, but it does give them a first down. So Appleton with 2:02 left in the half, they're driving, trying to get a score in before halftime. They're on a Bacon County 35, first down and 10. They come out with 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 wide receiver to the top, 1 slot running back, fake the handoff. They're looking for a pass. Oh, nice job by number 1.
That's Jamon Ellis.
Jamon Ellis to break that up, and he was reading it the whole way. You could see his eyes reading that. Great job by that young man.
Yeah, the quarterback loaded up and tried to just fire that one in there, and Jamon was in good position.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for Appleton County. 1:38 left in the half. The ball is on Bacon County's 35. Oh, that's 2 men in motion. Hands it off.
Wow.
And we hit him. They changed the rule?
Something happened there. For some reason, they failed to acknowledge that.
Yeah, like I said, that last I heard, if 2 men was in motion, that's a legal procedure.
Timeout Pirates.
Preseason heat, I guess the referees got to get in mid-season form as well.
I ain't going to say nothing. I've had to make 2 tracks up here to this press box. I know I'm in preseason form. I'm going to start working out with the guys, come run bleachers 2 or 3 days a week.
Yeah, get you some of those gassers and 110s out there.
I ain't going that far now. I'll be had a heart attack out here, especially as hot as it's been.
Oh, absolutely.
Hats off to all of our athletes throughout the state of Georgia, man. That's fought through this summer, man. It's been brutal. I was in Pooler this past week, and there was a couple of days at 5 o'clock. It was still 103 and 104 degrees. And like I said, these guys are putting in 2 to 3 hours out here on practice, man. So hats off to these guys, Bacon County, Appleton County, whoever's playing. We do respect that. Appleton sends a man in motion, fake the handoff, going to throw a pass. Oh,
it's
interception! Interception by our Bacon County Red Raiders. Great job by our defense. Man, Coach Thad Williams is ecstatic right now.
I believe that's Jamon Ellis that took it away.
Great job by that young man. Yep, that's who Coach is after. Great job by Jamon Ellis. Again, we've called his name a couple of times already.
He's a great athlete.
So our offense is going to come back on the field, and I ain't sure Appleton wanted to see that.
No.
I don't think they wanted our offense back on the field. And we're going to come back with twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Scotland Hennessy still at quarterback. Keandre Dixon in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him. He's going to come outside, stiff arms. Didn't really go nowhere. Great run. But that clock's eating away.
Yeah, and he's probably one broken tackle there away from turning that into a bigger play.
Oh, yeah.
A lot bigger play.
I'll give credit to the defensive guy holding on to him after that stiff arm. That looked like a pretty good one from where I'm sitting at. Throw a pass to number 3 down to the bottom. Makes the guy miss. And that's going to stop the clock with 46 seconds left in the half. Bring up a 3rd down and about 2 for our Red Raiders. Brings twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Oh, miscommunication right there for sure.
Yep, just on a different page there out wide. A little miscommunication there.
going to bring on the punt team for our Bacon County Red Raiders.
Be the second time tonight we've seen this unit.
Yep. 41 seconds left in the half. Me as the Monday morning quarterback, bleacher coach, I would say going for it, but it's a scrimmage game.
Isaiah.
Nice high punt by Isaiah. Applin's going to get it about the 42 on their side. So our defense is going to come onto the field.
With 41 seconds to go in the half, as the Red Raiders are up by 7, 21-14.
Again, this first half, man, I've been impressed with the team as a whole, the effort that they put forth, and just the excitement around everything they're doing. Applin comes out with twins to the bottom and to the top, one running back in the backfield, quarterback in shotgun position. We're playing a defense zone. Throw it out to the wide receiver. He catches it out of bounds for about 11 yards, so going to pick up 1st and 10.
Stop the play by LeBron Smith. Bring up Pirates. First down.
Applin County has dipped over into the Bacon County side of the field. They're on Bacon County's 47-yard line. They're spreading the field open. One running back in the backfield, twins to the top and to the bottom. Quarterback drops back. And he is met by number 11.
That's Cam Merritt.
Cam Merritt, man, come around. He was screaming off that edge, man. Great job by Cameron Merritt. Again, another name that we're going to hear a lot of, man. He's grown a lot.
And that's a
since
kid
last
right
year.
there. He just goes to work.
He ain't got nothing but that mentality. I think Coach Wilder and them's adopted the lunchbox mentality. You're just going to work.
Yep, Coach Wilder talked about that on the coaches show yesterday.
And that's one of those kids you can build that mentality around, because he's just, whatever you tell him to do, he'll do it.
Yep.
So our Red Raiders, or Applin, took their final time out of the half.
I'll say, Heath, so far in this half, the Red Raiders have gave fans what they wanted to see tonight. I think all that excitement, it was well earned.
It's one of those things, Scott, we talked about it. You want to see how we compete. You want to see how we come out, face adversity. We faced that. We've had some penalties that could hurt us, and in times past, we'd have let that hurt us.
Right.
But our guys just, went right back to work, done what they were supposed to do, and, the product's shown so far. Applin County looks like offsides or false start.
And
Going to back them up another 5 yards.
this game, this team that we're playing, with it being Applin, this game's a measuring stick. I mean, I know it's a first week of the season, first scrimmage game, but this is a program that's got a lot of legacy to it.
Well, it's one of those things, again, it is a scrimmage game. You treat it as that. But like you said, when they go back and watch film Monday, our guys, we got some stuff to build off of. I don't know very many people that was giving us much of a shot this week against Applin. Because, again, Applin is a powerhouse over the last few years. They've become a really good program. They've got athletes. They've got size. They got everything you want. So our guys come and just answer the call here this first half. And, again, Sky, we got a whole half to play.
Right.
This is not a victory by no means right at this moment. But for the first half, it's a lot that we can say is good. Good things have happened. The balls bounced our way the way it needed to. A lot of stuff's gone our way. And, for us as a young team, it's definitely something that we can build off of. hand it off up the middle, and we bring him down, and that's the half right there. And we go into half, Sky. Our Red Raiders are up 21-0 here in the Red Kingdom, or 21-14. I was trying to really help us out. Wasn't I? I got way too excited.
Just skip right over those Appleton scoring drives.
What 14 points? I don't see it. Nah.
But, yeah, what a half there from your Red Raiders. I mean, up by 7. We've seen some explosive plays there by the offense. We've seen our defense make some plays. It hasn't been perfect by any means, but plenty of positive takeaways. And, I mean, you got to like what you see so far.
Hey, and it's been great play from our O-line, giving our quarterback plenty of time to throw. Our running backs hitting the holes like they need to. Our wide receivers out on the edges blocking. If you're Coach O'Brien as your first offensive half as OC, you got to be happy with what you're seeing so far. And then on the defensive side, 2 takeaways. That is key.
You got to think our coaching staff is not going to be satisfied with that first half or the score. And I know they love to use the word complacent.
Yep.
So I know those guys are going to come out in the second half and they're going to have their foot on the gas.
They're not going to let up. And one thing we've hinted on a little bit, but just the tempo that our offense is running, it's pretty quick. And, again, this first game of the season, it's been one of those things I know it's a learning thing for, like Sam he's talked about, getting down on it, on the ball, have his hand on the ball, and then trying to look to where he needs to be looking at. It's been a learning process, but we've handled that pretty good. When we wanted to go fast, we've been able to go fast. And in the fourth quarter of a game, a close game, that can mean the difference.
And, again, being able to do that late in the ball game, if it gets to that point, which I know it's going to be JV there in the fourth quarter tonight, so you won't see it tonight. But, again, the weight room and everything, all the work they've put in and everything they've done out in this heat this summer, it's going to pay off.
And like I said, I've watched these kids this summer, man. They're not just doing what the coaches say. They're meeting up at different gyms, and they're going to down to the track and working footwork. All those things, man. When you start seeing the team handling the responsibilities and not the coaches, that's when you're going to see a program turning around. And, it's bittersweet for – like Sam being on the senior year of it. But, this is something for a Red Raider fan, man. I'm loving to see this turn right now. It seems like that's happening. We might not see all the wins this year. But if they keep that mentality and they start growing where it's the team led by the team and not the coach, we're going to see a difference.
And with that being said, we'll sit here. They've got 18 minutes, 25 seconds up on the clock here left in halftime. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back and get you guys started in the second half. All right, we're back here ready to begin the second half as your Red Raiders are up 21-14, and they're also going to receive the kickoff here to open the second half. So we'll get to see our offense back out on the field here, Heath.
Yeah, man. See if they just build off of what they done in the first half. High kick by Appleton County.
So our Red Raiders definitely ended the first half with a lot of momentum. I know, they took a break there, went into the locker rooms, but we'll get to see if they come back out and can continue their success that they found there in the first half.
See what this next 12 minutes of the third quarter will tell us here on the first drive. Hand it off to Keandre right up the middle. Spins off of one, makes one miss. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. Brings up a second down and 5 for our Red Raiders. We got twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Hand it off again to Keandre. Lead blocker. Nice job. Oh, he's still on his feet. 3-4. Man, what a run by Keandre Dixon.
This is great contact balance there.
Great lead block around that end by our lineman. And here we see that tempo a little bit that we talked about. Fake the handoff now to number 7. And they run him out of bounds. Short pass about 2 yards.
Got the offense looking to the sideline here for the play.
Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Man in motion. Little swing pass to number 8. He's trying to make a guy miss. And he gets swallowed up there on the outside. They're going to drop him for a loss of about 3 yards. They're going to bring up a behind the chains where we don't want to be at.
Yeah, these are the downs that we stayed out of for the most part there in the first half outside of that first drive.
We got trips to the top, one wide receiver to the bottom. Looks like they're manning him up. And man him up if you want to. Oh, come on. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Sometimes the best play is an underthrown deep ball.
Man, he didn't even make a play on that ball at all. He just went straight for Santiago.
I think Scotland was just a little late letting that ball go there to get it out there, but in the end, it works out for us.
Yeah, that guy was like, he just ain't going to catch it. That's all it is. He's done caught 2 over me. He ain't going to catch another one. Mm-hmm. That sure would have been nice if it was a spot foul.
Yeah, and then I'm just really not sure how smart it is playing man coverage out there like that.
No, if you want to, go ahead. We got twins to the top, twins to the bottom. We've slid Santiago into the slot receiver part now. Throw to the other side. Completed pass about 4 yards there to Mike Dixon.
We've shown that if you're going to play off of our receivers, we'll just pop it out to them. We'll take what you give us.
That's right.
You can't go broke making them profit.
That's right. Oh, I like that. Twins to the top. Hand off to Keandre. He's trying to make guys miss, outrun them. And he's going to bring it up to right about the 35-yard line for Bacon County. Bring up 3rd and a long 2 for Bacon County. Great job by our lead blockers there, but even more importantly, Keandre just started out running everybody. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Keandre switches sides of Scotland. Hands it off right up the middle. He makes a guy miss. Picks up the first down. I'll be honest, that was a great move by Keandre there to cut there. I think the D lineman went inside, and our lineman did a good job of just pushing him right on down.
But Keandre, his vision and his cuts have always seemed to be his strength.
That is it. Pass to number 7. We got one guy to miss. Oh, he's going to walk in. Yes, sir. Great job by Santiago Bazell. Making 2 guys shake them off of him. Go for the touchdown. Great job.
And is that the hat trick for Santiago tonight?
That is 3. And by the way, they taught me how to count here in Bacon County.
What a game for that young man.
It's one of those things you really don't want to show him all this much because everybody's going to see this film.
But like I said earlier, Heath, I'm not surprised.
No, absolutely not. Again, this core group of seniors, man, they are really good. Not only just on the field, but as leadership-wise. They might not be the most vocal, but, man, they're going to go out and do the work that you want them to do.
And with that, we failed to mention the Bacon County Red Raiders just went up by 2 scores on these Appleton County Pirates here tonight.
We talked about it going into the break, halftime. We've had the tendency from time to time to take the gas off our foot off the gas, but man, they come on out tonight and decided, you know what, we're gonna keep the gas full blown, and we come running out right now.
Well, we talked about it right before the half. A main theme of these coaches is complacency, and as evidenced by that drive, we were not complacent in that locker room at halftime.
No, absolutely not. They come out wanting to play to this game, and we're going to see on defense walking down. We see him walking on the sideline. Mason Johnson, not real sure what's going on with him, but who's going to fill those shoes on defense? Having you starting 4 across there is great, but from time to time we do have injuries. We do have problems that goes on. Who's the next man up? And I want to see who it is stepping up to see that mentality, if we can go with that next man up mentality, that lunchbox mentality. Isaiah's got it teed up to kick. Line drive kick. Going to be called about the 7-8 yard line, and in the real season, we would love to see that bobble right here. Because I hope we got guys down there screaming to get it. So now Appleton come out for the first drive of the half. And let's see if our defense will step up and answer the bell here. Great job by our offense to go down and score.
Yeah, if you take away that quick drive there right before the half, that's 4 straight possessions ended in touchdowns for our offense.
Yep. And again, not a bad call there at the half to punt it away with 41 seconds. Appleton comes out under center, 2 running backs in the backfield. Tall sweep to the top side. They've ran that all night. We've seen it. And we're going to drive him out of bounds. He's going to pick up 12 for a first down. Our ends have got to get out there and cut him back upfield because that play right here has hurt us multiple times tonight. Our Red Raiders do come out with that 4-man front. Looks like Scooter Johnson has stepped in on the D-line to replace Mason. They come in with that tight set, hand it off to number 2. And, man, he's met by Theron Moore behind the line.
Yeah,
Great job by Theron.
That play was just blown up from the start.
Picked up about a yard on that play. He brings up 2nd down and 9 for Appleton County. That clock's ticking down here in the third quarter, down to 7 minutes and 55 seconds. If I'm not mistaken, Sky, with the scrimmage, our JV will take over it. in the
start
fourth quarter.
of the fourth, that's what I was told.
Yeah. Appling comes out with a wing T formation, man in motion, handed off number 21. We do cut him back up middle, but, man, he got a hold. But Carter Chancey come in there with his head lowered and made the stop right there, but he's going to pick up, looks like a first down for Appling County.
Yeah, we had the edge set that time. We just didn't have the second level there.
Yep. Who called timeout?
I believe we've got an injured Pirate
Oh,
on the
okay.
field.
I didn't see that over there.
So we'll take a break and be right back. We're back here. That young man for Appling County was able to walk off the field under his own power.
Not sure what it was. It could have been something simple as cramp, especially as hot and muggy as it is tonight. I'm sure they direct snap again. Number 2, he tries to get the edge. We do a better job of containing that, but he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for Appling County.
Pressure on the play by Caden Barnes.
Appling comes down with their tight formation. Looks like it's going to be that direct snap. We got to be careful, though, that they don't slip that wide receiver out on us. Fake number 3 underneath. Nice pickup there. Great job by number 61, Whitman Tire, to pick that up, man, because that was a beautiful play, beautiful setup.
Yeah, if Whitman doesn't make that tackle there, he might still be running.
Yep. Brings up 3rd down and 3 for Appling County. We've got some of that heat lightning off in the distance. We're hoping it don't come any closer.
Yeah, we don't need any more delays out here.
Nope. Our Red Raiders need a big stop right here. 3rd down and 3 for Appling County. It is that direct snap package again. Right up the middle. And he makes a couple miss and keeps driving his feet, pushing forward. He's going to pick up about 10 yards on the play for a 1st down for Appling County. And our depth is showing here on that D line, because I think Theron Moore and Mason Johnson's out of the game right now. But again, we got to see who our next men are, who's going to be the ones to step up for us. Same formation. Looks like somebody moved too fast.
False start of the Pirates.
Yeah, and talking about the D-line, it's always good to have depth out there.
Oh, yeah. When you're talking about kids, they're more size and Mason Johnson size, it takes a lot of wind to move them guys around, and it takes a lot out of them too. So to have some guys that can step in and do the job just as good as our starters.
Right.
That's where you want to be at as a program. And the only way you're ever going to get that is be on the field. You can practice it, but being on the field, getting those starting reps with the ones is always huge. Appling's come back under center. Fakes the handoff. Going to look for a pass. They got number 3 open in the flats. He's going to pick up 10 yards but stays in bounds. So the clock's going to continue to run.
Yep, 4 minutes and 36 seconds here left in the third quarter.
Our Red Raiders are up 28-14 here in the third quarter. Appleton County's driving. They're down to our 30-yard line. One man in the backfield, wing T formation, man in motion. Fake the handoff trap underneath. We try to trip him up. He tries a stiff arm, but number 1, Ellis, man, just comes in there right through the stiff arm.
That closing speed looked good there.
Yep, sure did. It looks like we got a Red Raider down on the other side of the field.
Yep, so we'll
probably cramping if I had to guess the way he's holding his foot.
We'll take a break and come back. All right, we're back here. Appleton County is going to get ready to take a 1st and 10 snap. Here we're 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the third quarter from the inside the Bacon County 20-yard line.
Wing T again. Hand it off again. We miss a tackle in the backfield. And he's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. That trap is definitely there. They see something they like up in the press box up here. Tells them that it's there. There, Moore's entering into the game again. You definitely see in this August heat how conditioning plays a factor into it. Appleton County is second and about 4 on the Red Raider 15-yard line. Oh, fumble. See what happens. See, it looks like Bacon County recovers the fumble.
That is the indication.
Our Red Raiders have done a great job tonight on defense of getting the ball out of the hands of them Pirates. And if I'm not mistaken, Sky, we have answered every one of those.
Well, he's usually the team that wins the turnover battle, wins the football game, and so far we're doing that, and the scoreboard reflects it.
Let's see if our Red Raiders here with 3:03 left in the third quarter, if they can answer this takeaway that our defense has given us. We've got a long way to go. We're on our 15-yard line. But we know we got some plays, and they hand it off to Keondrick. And he landed a little funny there, it looked like, but he's popped right up. Picks up about 2 yards on that play. And that's the thing with running plays. You might only get 2 yards, but then all of a sudden
You pop one.
And we know Keondrick's got the speed that you give him that green grass, and you have to start chasing him. You might not catch him. Great job by our coaching staff, young coaching staff, man. They're They're playing the clock game here for sure. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left on the clock. Hand it off again to Keandrick.
Strong run by Keandrick Dixon.
Great run by Keandrick. Picks up about another 4 yards. Brings up 3, third down and a long 3, short 4.
But you like those third down and manageable distances.
Man, we'll take that all season long. We got trips to the top, twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Try to draw them off sides. Our O-line's looking to get the call in, and like I said, Coach taking his time. Managing clock management is huge. Hands it off to Keandrick again. Great block by Whitman Talbot. Man, stays on his feet. I thought he stayed on his feet. Keandrick thought he stayed on his feet.
Yep.
I'm going to bring up 4th down. And about 5 yards. 4th down and 5.
Nowhere to run the play by Keandrick Dixon. Bring up 4th down.
I think we're going to go for it here because there's only a minute left in this game for the varsity.
Yep.
It's scrimmage, so this is a good time to practice it.
Let me hear it, fans, for your Raiders.
Hats off to Mr. Burkett. His first night on the mic here at the stadium brings some excitement to it.
Getting the Raider faithful juiced up out there.
I hear you. Getting Red Kingdom shaking it. Tries to draw them off sides. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Keandrick Dixon in the backfield. And we're going to call a timeout. Don't hate that call at all. Great job by our young coaching staff. Again, they might be young, but they're showing some experience out there, running that play clock all the way down to 27 seconds and keeping Appleton County guessing really on what we were going to do. And we're going to punt it away right here. We're bringing Sam Carver in the long snap. That's going to pick it up about the 47-yard line. I don't know if Sam was ready to long snap. I hadn't seen him long snapping. I know he does the PAT, but that's the first time I see him long snapping.
He's just a jack of all trades.
I don't know about that. Don't give him too much credit now. His head will swell.
Yep, 27 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Your Red Raiders up 28-14.
And we're bringing in some of our JV already here for this play. Again, got to see what they have. I don't hate this at all. 27 seconds left. We got a guy offside, so. Young man excited about being in the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was, but he was ready to get after it right there.
Hey, I'll take that. Just back him off the ball a little bit, Coach. He'll be fine.
Yeah, it looked like he had his ears pinned back there.
Hand it off right at the middle, number 4. Big running back. Going to ground and pound it down there, get a first down. It's going to stop the clock for the chains to set.
Barnes and Travis Cochran. They'll bring up Pirate. First down.
Got big Albert Sellers in there. Very nice sized young man. And that's it for our varsity.
You know those guys have to feel good about themselves.
Man, what a great start of the season for our guys. Again, understanding that this is a scrimmage. We take it for what it is. It's a scrimmage. But it is a great jumping, boosting point, I would feel like, for our varsity coming into the season.
It's what you call a launching pad. This right here can propel you going into the next week, gives you a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum, make you feel good about yourself and the work you've put in so far. But, again, the job's not finished.
And, next week is also going to be a scrimmage. But I'm telling you, Valwood's no slouch. They might be a private school, but it's going to be another test for our young Red Raiders to see how they answer a team like Valwood, because the one thing I do know about them is they're going to be disciplined, they're going to be well coached, and they're going to do it exactly the right way. And our guys better be able to handle that kind of team, because a team that does it the right way and is coached well is hard to beat. And they've proven that over their career over there in Valwood. They've gotten a great name for themselves in the private sector. But like I said, they're going to be a very good team for us to go against next week. And we're going to be back here in the Red Kingdom.
Yeah, we're going to be here for a while.
We got, 3 games?
I know at least 3.
I know our first home game of the regular season is going to be against Clinch County. That's a tall task. I don't care if you are single A to 7A. When Clinch County comes to town, they're bringing everything they got. They're bringing their legacy and everything along with them.
Yeah, when you talk about a team that's got a lot of accolades and accomplishments and a program that's been successful for a long time, that's Clinch County.
It is Clinch County, hands down. They are definitely where a lot of teams are trying to get to, where we're trying to get to, as far as legacy and things of that nature. I think they're just going to let the clock run, let them play. Get the JV some time in here. Applin comes out, high snap. Oh, they're going to call it dead.
All-star of the Pirates.
This right here is all about getting those younger guys some reps.
That's right.
Coaching them up.
Seeing them underneath these Friday night lights. Some of them's freshmen. This is the first taste they've got of the Friday night lights. Direct snap up the middle. Applin County young running back did a great job of hitting the hole, keeping his feet driving. As a coach, man, that's what you want to see from a running back.
Right.
That's all you ask him to do. I'm interested to see our JV quarterback.
Yep, that's going to be
River Orvin.
That's Hunter Driggers.
Oh, Hunter Driggers.
The lefty. Good play there by the Raider defensive line.
Stop the play by Jonathan Fletcher. If you have lost a ring in the women's bathroom, come see Officer Hewitt. He's in the white hat on our Raider sidelines.
Applin County comes out, third down and about 5, 6.
Officer Hewitt on the Raider sidelines in the white hat.
Applin's in shotgun. Hands it out, or direct snap again. Great job by our DB out here, number 38, making the play.
Stop the play by Zamarian. Look there.
And these young guys, we trying to pull out our list to make sure we get their names right, because we want to give them some shout-outs too. Because these are your what they call the hitting dummies during summer. And these guys work just as hard as our starters do. And they deserve this playing time.
So we're going to see our JV offense here get some time as Applin's going to punt it away to us.
Number 2, Amir Smith's back deep. Nice little kick. Amir.
He was backpedaling and fell down there.
Coach will have him talk about that over the next week a little bit. Again, young man seeing his first action back there. And he's going to be one, too, in the future, Amir Smith, that we're going to be saying his name a lot as the years come by. He's definitely a talented athlete for us. I think we're missing the whole right side of our line here.
Yeah, I think we've got some guys that are supposed to be on the field that aren't. We've only got 9.
Yep.
Timeout Raiders.
We had to take a timeout, and that's what the scrimmage is for.
Yep, you'll see that.
Yep.
All right, now we're ready to take a snap.
We got Whitman Tire at center. Hunter Driggers at quarterback. Hands it off to number 6. Makes a guy miss.
Strong run by
Roderick Adams. And we got the Red Raider down.
Yep, so while they're attending to him, we'll just take a break and be right back.
Yep.
Why would he be out there? All right, we're back with the action.
Number 6 takes the ball. Runs it up the middle. Or number 2, I'm sorry. Number 2, Amir Smith. What's cool to me, Sky, man, is seeing our JV running a tempo offense also. Hands it off again to him. He made a guy miss. And I think we're going to get a block in the back, but I think we're going to get late hit also.
Yeah, we've got some of everything there on that play.
Yep.
But yeah, he, like you were saying, watching these guys run this offense, I mean, they're going to have to do it one day, so might as well practice it now.
Hey, Coach, and the defensive coaches, we had them on the field with our guys. But, man, this offense, they out there getting the plays from the sideline just like the varsity. That way when their number's called, they'll be ready to go. Trying to see who all's out there. Number 79. Albert Wilcox. You got number 53, Jonathan Fletcher. We call him Boogie, what we've always called him. I've known him since he was 7 years old, and his pads were too big, and he was trying to hold his pants up when he ran.
That'll bring up Red Raider. First down.
So the Raiders have come away with a first down on the play.
Whitman's at center. Nice pass there by Hunter to number 9.
That's DJ Peterson.
DJ Peterson.
Connection made to DJ Peterson.
Hunter is a 10th grader. Not sure if he's had much playing time.
No,
as far as actually playing.
I'm not sure that he's played before.
Low snap, he picks it up, handles it. Number 2 gets to the outside, and, man, he's got speed. Makes one guy miss. But I think we're going to get that call back for holding right there. There was a reason he was so wide open out there.
Yeah, but that was some good burst there from that is Amir Smith.
Yep. Oh, I'm telling you, I remember this kid coming up through rec department. You put the ball in his hands, you might as well go down to the end zone because he's finna score. Holding against our Red Raiders. We come out with trips to the top side. One wide receiver down here to the bottom, number 9. Let's see what his lefty has. He throws it up. Oh, man. Wide receiver, man, tried his very best to come across there and get it. Hunter left it hanging a little longer than you'd like to see. But he looked good back there in the pocket. He stepped in the pocket, stepped up, and made the throw. Little weird looking at a left-hander throw it, but. So that brings up 3rd down and about 20 for our Red Raiders. We got trips down to the bottom, single wide receiver up to the top. Hunter gets the ball, throws it up. Luckily right through the hands of the defender. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I think Coach was telling him to set his feet there before he threw. He kind of threw it on the run and off his back foot there and didn't necessarily have to.
He tried to Patrick Mahomes that one, and I said he had plenty of time.
So now Isaiah will come on to punt it away back to Appleton as there's 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the game. So this next possession could end up being the last one of the ball game.
Nice snap by Whitman Tire. Nice kick by Isaiah. Down to about the 25-yard lines, and Appleton is going to take over right there for this JV portion of the game.
Another good punt by Isaiah Thomas. Bring up Pirate. First down.
Let's try to see if we can't call out some of these numbers of our JV guys. I see number 40. Christian Starling, a freshman. And that name for Bacon County has a legacy also.
It sure does.
The Starling brothers, a little bit younger than I am, but I played with them. Played for their dad in my youth days, Perry. Just saw him down there. He was joking with me and my brother as we walked by. So, man, this Coach Thad talks about this all the time about being family. When you start talking about the Red Raiders, there's truly family involvement in this thing. You see generation after generation of players coming out here and playing for our Red Raiders.
Yeah, you see certain names come through, last names, and you're like, well, they must be kin to somebody because there's always somebody that came before them.
I know me and Sam was talking about that the other day, and if I figured right, he is the 5th generation of Alma. We had an uncle play for the Alma Bees. I had an uncle play early, then my dad played, then I played, and now he's playing.
Nice.
And that's that's just something, again, as a family, it's something we take pride in for sure.
Good
Great
move.
hit, man, by that.
I think that's Zai in there, number 26.
Good stop on the play by Marion McClary.
So, yeah, when Coach Thad came out and was hired and he started the family thing, he just didn't have a clue really how deep that family can run. And I think our guys have bought into that mentality also of family. 15 seconds left on the clock. This is probably going to be the last play of the game. And Sky, man, nothing but positive here for our Bacon County Red Raiders tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go ahead and start wrapping it up. You talk about tonight as a whole. You had to like what you see. You had to be extremely optimistic. Again, I said earlier pregame that I'd heard the word excited so much this offseason coming into the season just from people around the community, coaches, players, and tonight showed why there's a lot of reasons to be excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Our guys played hard. Looking back through it, we had that first offensive series stalled, but, man, after that, we started rattling them off.
We did.
Scotland Hennessy did a great job of settling in at quarterback. Great O-line play. Great plays by our wide receivers, making cuts, running back, seeing the hole well. Great job. Defensively, 3 takeaways. We scored on 2 of those takeaways. And if you could do that all season long, that's usually a recipe for success right there.
I think, what tonight showed that we're going to be a force to be reckoned with this year.
Oh, and we've seen our region. We've seen our schedule. We got the Thomasvilles. We got the worst. And it's a tough region.
Well, it's like Coach Thad's been saying. They're treating the schedule like an SEC schedule. Yep. You got to show up every single week. There's no nights where you can just take off and phone it in.
That's right. And it's going to be a tough road, but I'm proud of our guys tonight.
They certainly look good, and we get to do it all again next week right here at the Red Kingdom.
I hear you.
So we'll sign off for the night. And we'll see you guys right back here on the NFHS Network next Friday night. Good night, Raider Nation.